encountering a unique problem right now. It is not just the violent mobs and the Hindu minorities who are facing these mobs, but it is also some internal strife that is ongoing between the government and the army as well as the maintainers of law and order. The maintainers of law and order, including the paramilitary, including the intelligence forces, or for that matter police also, are facing staunch opposition from the interim government, that's the Yunus Khan government. Hello and welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to delve into some of the important information that we are missing out from our neighborhood. That there are such stories which are stating that there are chances that the military can coup, or at least military has shown a sign of fatigue against the interim government of Yunus Khan. But before we delve into these discussions and details, I have an important update to make that Legacy IAS Academy is starting up with a new batch. That's the weekdays batch starting from 16th of October and the weekend batch that is starting from 4th as well as 25th of October. So please do not wait and click on the link that is mentioned in the description box below, or scan the QR code or call on the number that is mentioned here to get further details about the classes. Now, answering the first question, that what is running into news. As of now, Muhammad Yunus government or the regime has shown some kind of opposition against not only the army, I said against all those who are maintaining law and order in that country. You imagine the state is already in the state of lawlessness right now. Bangladesh is right now facing a very severe lawlessness, and amongst this situation, government is trying to oppose the maintainers of law and order and trying to replace them with the Islamist forces or the jihadist forces. So the Muhammad Yunus government is against the army as well as the Directorate General of Forces of Intelligence, and that is why army as well as the police is showing a sign of fatigue against abiding to whatever be the laws or the restrictions that are being imposed by the Yunus Khan government. The Yunus regime has right now filed crimes against humanity, against those people, these people who were imbibing or ensuring law and order in the state, in the country. Against these people itself, Yunus government has put up filed crimes against humanity. And apart from this, the Army General has also made a blatant statement, a blunt admission of existing lawlessness as well as anarchy in Bangladesh. Now, why is this force, why is this army, or for that matter those who are ensuring law and order, why are they against Islamist forces, or what are the evidences that we have? The first evidence we have is the attack on the Air Force base in the Cox's Bazar region. Now this was done by some of the miscreants, they say. These miscreants are also those who were responsible for mobilization. The protest on streets were largely led by these Islamist jihadist forces who were responsible for the Cox's Bazar attack on the Air Force base. Additionally, the mobs who are largely they're calling themselves as political activists, but they're largely Islamist forces. They're attacking the army, and the police are rendered largely helpless. They are not able to retract, they are not able to react because of the constraints, because of the steps the government is taking against these people. Last but not the least, the strife between Islamist forces and DGFI, or for that matter army, or for that matter police or paramilitary forces, is also significant from this fact that for Islamists, DGFI as well as paramilitary and army are the biggest hindrances in their expansion. As we discussed, Yunus Khan government is trying to expand the Islamist jihadist forces and their presence in the army also. And this would help the proliferation of these ideologies within the army. And for them, the obstacle is DGFI or paramilitary or army. And that is why they are trying to crack down on these forces. But we do have one more reason. We will be delving into that reason as well. But apart from this, we also have some of the evidences of the lawlessness that are existing in Bangladesh right now, to which the Army General has said about the blatant statement that they are into the state of lawlessness or in the state of anarchy. What are these evidences of lawlessness that are existing in Bangladesh currently? It includes the double-digit inflation that Bangladesh is facing right now, and getting no respite from some of the most closest of its allies, such as Pakistan as well as China. Additionally, the industrial production in Bangladesh has fallen down from 40% to 25%. And the manufacturing sector is also going unstable because of the labor unrest. And this labor unrest is largely from the political unrest that is existing in the state. So in terms of manufacturing, industrial output, labor output, and the overall inflation itself, the economic crisis that Bangladesh is facing, the laborers are in turn demanding increase in wage. Amongst all of this, we of course have one more reason that army is facing opposition from the interim government. The army is facing, or paramilitary is facing opposition from the interim government. So let us look at the background of where did it all start. Talking about the history, when the Sheikh Hasina government had to fly away from the country, she fled the country because of the protest that was largely from the reservation bill. But when she left the country, the army took over the charge. Army was in charge of the government for few days, and legitimately army stepped down when an interim government led by Nobel laureate Yunus Khan, they took over the government. When they took over the charge, army, they stepped down readily. But after this, the Islamist jihadist forces tried to impose on the government that we have been facing the crackdown by the police and the army when we were protesting on streets. And from there onwards, the divergence between the government, the interim government, and the law and order maintainers started taking place. Since then, government had appointed 6 commissions, and these commissions were mandated to find out that how far were these forces responsible. You need to find out that these organizations, commissions were mandated to fix the accountability for the violence that were done on the protesters. And consequently, obviously, because of law and order maintainers, the police, the army, and the DGFI, the paramilitary, were at the forefront of reducing the violence ongoing within Bangladesh, so they were the ones who were facing the current crackdown. These commissions have right now targeted the police as well as other law and order machineries, and they are ultimately attacking the legitimacy. They are stating that this police or army or paramilitary are getting backing from the Sheikh Hasina government, and that is why they have protested or curbed down against the protesters. So that is why interim government is also ready to take steps against them. And that brings us to the current situation that the current army chief is not in compliance with the Yunus Khan government, or vice versa. Yunus Khan government is also right now not in good terms relations with not only the army but also paramilitary, police forces, as well as DGFI. With that, we come to the end of this video. Please do let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much and all the very best.